We're back with Joe Madison, Peter Boyles, Rachel Maddow. I want to start, if I may, with you, Peter. Today, Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson, blasted Democratic candidates for ignoring African Americans, saying, and if we can see that, this is what he had to say. Democratic candidates, with the exception of John Edwards, who opened his campaign in New Orleans, 9th Ward, and has made addressing poverty central to his campaign, and virtually ignored the plight of African Americans in this country. What is your reaction, Peter?
Well, we were talking about who Mexican President Felipe Calderon was speaking to, who's Jesse Jackson talking to, and it's already been said, that's a typical deal with the Democrats. They don't deal with anybody until it's time to vote anyhow. So, but who's Jesse Jackson talking to? And by the way, who listens? And who cares?
Well, I care, and I listen. I
thought Jackson's been marginalized.
And I listen. Now, see, that's an insult. I care.
Not.
Yes, it is. I care.
About what?
Well, I'm insulted. How's that? I count.
About what? Do you count?
And I'll tell you, because who listens? I listen, and he's telling the truth. The money.
Well, I agree with you.
The money.
They don't care about anybody till it's time to vote.
The money. Well, then that's why he's saying it, and he wants the Democratic Party to listen.
But aren't there far better people than Jackson?
Wait a minute. Oh, come off of it. Aren't there far better people
Attacking
than
the
Bush?
messenger on this one
Aren't
is
there?
not
I
gonna
agree.
help you. It's
There's
not gonna
far
help
better
you.
people than Bush.
Where do you get off choosing?
I don't get off anywhere.
Let me finish the sentence.
Sure.
Where do you get off choosing who we should or should not listen to?
I choose to look at Jesse Jackson as a hustler.
That's you.
That's right.
And it's not me, and it's not the
Fine.
majority of the people in the community
I'm
who
not
he
too
is
sure.
representing.
I think if people understand...
Rachel,
The day of you
I do want to jump in here.
our leaders are over. What an insult.
I think
it's not an
I think
insult.
that what Jesse Jackson was saying is that candidates are ignoring Black America. If you want to attack that, If you want to attack that point of view, no, I'm talking by talking to Joe. If you want to attack that point of view by attacking Jesse Jackson, you are not going to get very far. The messenger is not the issue here. What he's saying is very resonant both for Democrats and Republicans.
Look, maybe we can find agreement here. I agree.
Can we back off here just a bit?
Sure.
I just want to interject something. Look, I respect the dickens out of Jesse Jackson, not so much for his most recent comments or analysis, frankly, but because he is an icon from the civil rights movement, his contributions to this country. And we do have to listen to the man. You can disregard what he says, but I think he deserves to have a significant voice. But let's step back from this just a bit. Why should there be a discussion about candidates, and I don't care whether it's Democratic or Republican? Why in the world are all of these candidates, whether Republican or Democrat, seems to me to be another way to phrase this question, ignoring those who have, in point of fact, not been able to share in individual rights and rights of equality, both in terms of our individual freedoms and economic and educational opportunity? The reality is, it's not just African Americans. It's not just Hispanic Americans. It is all Americans. And we need to be dealing with these issues about what it seems to me, and forgive me for saying this, if this is an insult to anybody, I don't need to look at it in terms of race. I look at it in terms of American citizens who aren't being given a fair opportunity in this system right now, and we need to address it.
I would totally agree with you that there is common ground, and I see that coming. I think that's what the Obama race was initially about. There is common ground, and we should focus on that common ground. But this is raw politics, and it's about pulling coalitions together under a tent. And that's what he's saying. He's saying that if you're going to pull this coalition together and this coalition, you've got to address the different parts of the coalition. That's all. It's just raw politics.
Okay. Peter, you get the second to last word.
Like I said, I
Quickly,
long
please.
ago have given up on Jesse Jackson as a voice. There's far more people that I have respect for that would say pretty much the same thing. Jackson's right insofar as looking at the mortgages in this country, devastating African Americans.
Well,
Those
I bet
kinds
you've
of
never
things.
been to a full speech of Jesse Jackson's. you've never been to a
Rachel, you're going to get the last word.
I've had dinner with Jesse Jackson. I've had dinner with Jesse Jackson. So don't play that game on me.
Well, dinner is important.
You're the game player.
Rachel, please, I'm begging you, Rachel.
Candidates left, right, and center, candidates Republican and Democratic, would be right to be paying more attention and talking to the entire nation about those of us who are not sharing in the American dream. And that cannot absolutely be undone by somebody having dinner with him.
It's not true.
Rachel, thank you very much. Peter, thank you very much. Joe Madison,
thank you.
You and I will be talking soon.
All right.
Thanks very much for being with us.